assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic, matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. So, Mr. Clerk, the chair notices we don't have quorum. Can you ring the bell, please? So agenda terms, there is quorum, so the bell can stop being rung. The bell to stop ringing, we have quorum. Right. So good morning, members. We can start the order paper for this morning. Mr. Clerk, proceed.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Proceed, please.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Proceed.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notice of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Honorable members, under this order we have one business by Honorable Majority Leader Mark Mwendo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee met on Monday, 21st February 2022 to prioritize business for the House pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 151, Sabbatical 5. The committee balloted business as follows. Tuesday morning, 22nd February 2022, at 10 a.m., report of Transport and Public Works Committee on a report on status of county major roads projects by Honorable Daniel Mbevi, Chairperson. Chairperson, resumption on divide interrupted on Tuesday, 15th February 2022 at 2:30 p.m. Tuesday afternoon, Honorable Speaker, 22nd February 2022 at 2:30 p.m. Report of Finance and Revenue Collection Committee on challenges hindering attainment of own resource revenue target for financial year 2020-2021 by Honorable Stephen Mandi, Chairperson, Finance and Revenue Collection Committee. Honorable Speaker, on Wednesday, 23rd February 2022 at 10 a.m., report of Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations Committee on the status of administrative structures as channels for devolution in Machakos County by Honorable Grace Mutpiwa, Chairperson, Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations Committee. Wednesday, Honorable Speaker, afternoon, 23rd February 2022 at 2:30 p.m., report of Environment, Lands, Energy and Natural Resources Committee on the half-year status report for the Department of Water and Irrigation for the financial year 2020-2021 by Honorable Robert Kisini. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Leader. Mr. Clerk.
Order number 8, motion approval of report on status of county major roads projects as at December 2021.
Okay, honorable members, under this order we have one business by Honorable Dan Bevy, Honorable Daniel Bevy. I am informed that this is a resumption of the debate, but the report had not been read. So Honorable Daniel Bevy, how do you propose to go about it?
Yes, my name is Daniel Mutugumbevi, MCM Longo Shokima Ward. Yes, Madam Speaker, I have, since we have the report in our website, I had done a short summary on the report, Madam Speaker.
Okay. I think it's good you just read that report. And the members have had it for a while. What's up, Honorable Chief Whip?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable David, just take a seat.
Mine is just to inform my honorable members that the report is available in our WhatsApp groups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's even
Thank you.
easier. So it's available on the WhatsApp groups, also on the website. Members, we can proceed guided by Honorable Mbevi on the summary. Okay, let's go on.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Once again, my name is Daniel Mutukumbevi, MCA Mololongo Shukima Ward. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for allowing me to proceed on the report, on the summary, that is. Madam Speaker, the Committee on Transport, Roads and Public Works is mandated to deal with all matters related to count transport, including count roads, housing, street lighting, traffic, parking, public transport, ferries, and harbors, excluding the regulation of international and national shipping and the matters related thereto. Count public works and services. It against this background that the committee carried extensive exercise to ascertain the status of count major roads projects which had taken long to be completed. Honorable Speaker, the committee conducted site visits, interrogated and count executive committee member and the chief officer in charge of transport, roads and public works on the following roads projects. A. Kidhini Water Road. B. Matu Equity Lane Road. C. Mwala Kidhimani Road. D. Matu Hospital Loop Road. E. Kinga Zebra Airways Road. Madam Speaker, the following were some of the findings. Number 1, that there was poor workmanship done in some of the projects, e.g. Kidhini Water Road, which had some cracks and a poor drainage as elaborated in the report. Number 2, the county government had done some of the projects in collaboration with Kenya. For example, the case of Makutano Mwala Kidhimani Road, where pothole patching was done by the county government plus 1.8 kilometer tarmac from Kidhimani Market to ABC Junction, and the Kenya did 6 kilometers from Makutano to Mwala Kwaindi. Number 3, Matu Equity Lane had various contractors engaged to different contracts. For instance, one Flaron was engaged to do culverts, cabro works, and drainage works, which were well done, while the main road was to be undertaken by the county government officers and was yet to be done. Number 4, Kinga Zebra Airways Road. In this particular project, the committee observed that the contractor had done drainage works on only one side of the road, despite it being a major road. The road works had stalled due to non-payment of the contractor. Number 5, Matu Hospital Loop Road, Matu Hospital Loop Road. This project was being undertaken by the county government staff and equipment. However, it had stalled due to lack of funds. Madam Speaker, the committee made the following recommendations. Number 1, money budgeted for these major roads in this financial year should not be diverted to any other use in order to ensure that these projects are completed and the public starts benefiting as soon as possible. Number 2, partnerships between the county government and the contractor in undertaking projects should be avoided in future in order to ensure full accountability of the party executing the projects, be it the county government or a contractor. Number 3, Madam Speaker, the county government should establish a good working relationship with the Kenya Rural Roads Authority, KERA, Kenya Urban Roads Authority, KURA, and Kenya National Highways Authority, KENHA, especially in project identification and implementation in order to ensure fair distribution throughout the county. Number 4, Madam Speaker, the area MCA and the project management committees be involved when projects are being implemented and even during inspection of these projects before payment is done. Number 5, the mechanics undertaking their daily activities on Matu Equity Lane Road need to be relocated once the road is complete. Number 6, the department needs to fast track these projects to ensure they are completed within the contract period stipulated in the contract document. Number 7, the gravel dumped along Matu Hospital Loop Road should be sprayed to avoid possible accidents. Number 8, drainage to be done on both sides on Kinga Airways Road. Number 9, budgeting to be done to ensure that tarmacking of Kinga Airways Road is done immediately after phase 1 is done. Number 10, immediate action to be taken on the owners of the buildings which direct their sewer water into Kinga Airways Road, making it difficult for the contractor to work. And finally, Madam Speaker, number 11, that there was need to have a clear classification of the roads as either county roads or national government roads in order to avoid double allocation of public funds or confusion during maintenance, as is the case of Magutano Mwala Kizimani Road, where the county and the Kenya are maintaining the same road. The committee therefore recommends that going forward, maintenance of these roads should be under the mandate of the Kenya National Highways Authority, KENHA. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Mbevi. I note that the question had been proposed last Tuesday so that the report became the property of the Assembly. And so I will not propose the question again. I just proceed and invite members to debate the motion. Honorable Kideka.
Yes, Madam Speaker. My name is...
You have covered your face, almost all of it. I could hardly not recognize you. Okay, there you are.
My name is Francis Kioko Kideka, representing the people of Kilimani Ward. And first of all, I want to thank the Chair Roads and the committee for an elaborated report concerning the status of major roads in Machakos County. I have an advantage of having visitors, or at least being in those projects which are ongoing. For example, in Kinga Road, I was there, Madam Speaker, and the project has taken almost 3 years since it was started. And the work being done there is not one of the best. And I would ask the House to visit it, to go and see by themselves how the road is being done. It is a major project which can help the people of Machakos open that side and even open the economy of Machakos, because the area is populated and it can give Machakos a good business conducive climate. The other area, Madam Speaker, is Kilimani Makutano Road, which has been contradicting, because sometimes you find that there is Kenya repairing the road, and also there is also Machakos County government also repairing the road. When you try to ask, you hear that they are doing it, both of them, and that is duplication of jobs. Because if a road has been taken by Kenya, what I would request the Department of Roads is just to hand it over to Kenya. Because one time in implementation committee, I saw it having been budgeted 16 million for those repairs. While also the Kenya is doing the same job. And I don't know what we can call that, because it is like we are losing money, because the remaining part the remaining part of that road, apart from the area from Muindi area to Makutano, I don't think it can take such kind of money for repairs. So something needs to be done. If you go to Matu in Yatta sub-county, you find that work is started, but it takes a lot of time for it to be completed. You look at the road towards the sub-county hospital, you find that even there's nowhere you can rush your patient using a car, because there are some piles of soil all dumped on the road. And also, you wonder, why is it that this road was being made by the county equipment? You ask yourself, where are the equipment and where are the staff who are doing that? It's only spreading which is remaining, and the road will be passable. So if it is a project, Madam Speaker, I would also second what the chair has said. If, for example, a party has been given a contract, let him do that road, rather than mixing issues. There is part for the county, there is part for the contractor. So you cannot actually say who has delayed the job. Because in the case of Equity Road, you find that there are almost 3 contractors. This one is doing this one, this is doing that one. The best thing is if a contractor has won a tender to do a road, let it be done. This House passed a resolution, Madam Speaker, saying that all roads be given to contractors for us to achieve the value of money. Because our equipment, which we are relying on, they are today breaking down, tomorrow breaking down. They don't even do for a week. So for us to continue giving services to the people we represent in this House, something need to be done on our resolutions that we have passed in this House. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Kiveka. Honorable Majority Leader, I'll come to you, Honorable Cosmas myself.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Let me first applaud the Committee of Transport for those for that report which they have compiled very well. And Madam Speaker, it reflects actually what is on the ground. Madam Speaker, sometimes when we have poor management is when we lose a lot of money. Madam Speaker, the Kidimani Makutano Road doesn't belong to this county government. I mean to this county, Madam Speaker. It is owned by Kenya. Madam Speaker, when we say that we budget some money for repairs on that road, we don't know what the national government have done. And that's why sometimes you find we budget some money, like last time we put 16 million for repairs. And then that money, you cannot tell whether the repairs are undertaken by Kenya or by the county government, Madam Speaker. The other issue, Madam Speaker, why our county government take projects which are for national government? Why they take roads which belong to Kenya when our small roads in our village are not passable? Madam Speaker, there is a way of trying to loot money from the, from the account, kit. Madam Speaker, we have witnessed, because we live in this county, a road like what we call Githini Fota, you cannot say it's tarmac. It's something black put on soil. Actually, it's bitumen, which is put on the soil. So the potholes, after the contractor, that week, the potholes started coming up. Madam Speaker, we are losing a lot of money on these projects when you do.
Do we have engineers who inspect and certify the works as well done?
Madam Speaker.
What's wrong with the county engineers?
Madam Speaker, I don't want to mention it, but I feel like Kinalwanga, how can Kinalwanga inspect? You're always drunk. or isn't drunk. He cannot inspect anything. And there is the main engineer, Madam Speaker, who is in charge of all these roads and all these projects. And he ever been in office. Madam Speaker, I have seen a project here in this county whereby it is given to contractor, and then the contractor is given the equipment. The Odambuza, the tractors, the dozers, is given those machines of the government to work. The Kethine Cabra Works was given to a contractor with about 57 million. But when you pass there, you used to find boozers of water, council, in Greda County, everything is a county. Madam Speaker, we have noticed that's why you find some of the contractors, who are actually, most of them are workers and also members of this assembly. They have acquired a lot of money within a short time because of stealing Machakos people's money. How can a contractor be given a project and then you are given the agreement by the county? And that's what happens, Madam Speaker. I'm a contractor, and we know all the contractors in this county, and we know where they get the projects and where they work. The other day I was in Kanguna, Madam Speaker, Grace's area, Honorable Grace's area. One of the honorable members of this county doing a road grading with a grader of this county assembly, Madam Speaker. And these are things which we know. Madam Speaker, we pray that you become the governor of this county because you know the problems we are facing. Madam Speaker, when we talk of this contract, like we have now the Kidangavini towards Tower Road, which has been there for the last 4 years, there's nothing. The contractor, we don't know whether he has been paid or he has abandoned the project. Projects have got conditions. The time of you commence and the completion time, it is indicated on the contract. If you don't finish within the specified time, Madam Speaker, the contract, they will penalize you. It is you to pay now the client, which is the county government. All these roads, the Equity one in Matu, I saw those heaps of soil there for the last 2 years. Then we keep on talking that we are doing jobs. We are not doing anything, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it is a high time now, this House, the remaining time we are here, Madam Speaker, let us say enough is enough. Let us move and see these contracts. Even now, we are not finished with these contracts. Let us see who are the owners. Who are the owners? Who are the contractors? And what's the time? Let us have a document, Madam Speaker. This report is a bit hanging. Without knowing the contractor, the time was to finish, and also what scope of work he was supposed to do. We are doing nothing. We are just discussing of those roads, and we know the situation the way they are, Madam Speaker. We don't know whether they have been paid, but we know some of them have been paid and abandoned. So, Madam Speaker, we are in a mess when you come to Rose Machakos County. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Leader. Honorable Minority Leader, I know I'd given Honorable Masesi, allow that he proceeds. Then I'll come to you, Minority Leader. Thank you. Honorable Masesi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Cosmos Masesi, Matunguli Road, representative to this House. Madam Speaker, I would like first to appreciate the report by our chair, Honorable Mbevi. Madam Speaker, I'm a member to this committee, Transport. And it is bad of this county, Madam Speaker, for us to be speaking of only 4 main projects, all through the 4 years and almost 5 years, Madam Speaker, we've been around. Madam Speaker, the report is very clear that we are not going to complete these projects within the remaining months of our term in this county, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, it raises a lot of questions when we do an advert to a particular project, and at the course of the implementation of the project, to find that the county is doing some works. Madam Speaker, I am very sure that in the event now we are doing the works which are on the very reception of that project, we might end up delaying the contractor who is doing the other parts of that job. Madam Speaker, we don't know, and we need to be given some facts of how the payments are done, because if the contract sum maybe is 130 million, and we are doing part of the job. I'm not surprised to find out that even the 130 million is paid at the end of it. So you wonder where and how the county came in, and the works which were done by the county, how were they paid? How were they compensated, Madam Speaker? Madam Speaker, we are only speaking of around for...
Honorable Masesi.
Yes, Madam Speaker.
You say you're a member of
Transport Committee.
the committee, and there's something that has just come on the floor. Do you have documentation on the contractors? Do you have documentation on the payments done on the contract period? What is remaining? Some of them are taking a little long. Do you have anything? The report, does it have any annexures?
I don't think if we have the exact details.
Honorable Mbevi, you seem to want to say something. Because members, I'm not sure that what report you have on the table is conclusive, whether it is complete, or whether you are satisfied with it as it is, whether you want to request the committee to provide further details. I'm not sure. It's your debate. Honorable Mbevi?
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker.
Because Honorable Masesi was still on his feet. But that's a clarification which came out of the contribution on the floor. A report of this nature, you'd expect to see annexures. This is the contractor was given to this report. This was the contract. This was the contract period. This is the contract sum. The period expired. The period remaining. The payment done. Is it up to the measure on the works executed? Something like that. Yeah,
Madam
the
Speaker.
measure. The percentage is what?
Maybe, Madam Speaker.
No, he was trying to say something, Mheshimiwa Mbevi.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. Probably, Madam Speaker, what I would recommend is, number one, we have been requesting for these details. Sometimes they fail to come themselves personally, and also they also fail to provide documents. But from the deliberations from the honorable members, I have also noted that, and I've taken that responsibility to get more details on the same. Yeah, please, we will still ensure some more details on the same, and if they fail to provide again, then the relevant action should be taken. Thank you.
Madam Speaker.
Just a moment, Mheshimiwa Majority Leader. You see, the issue, and members have been cautioning you for the longest time I've sat on this seat. And time is coming that we are exiting. But then, so the way of doing things in such a casual manner, you are on the ground, and you know what the people are saying. Someday you will wish that you were more thorough in what you are doing. Someday you will wish that you had done the right thing when you had the opportunity to do it. A report of this nature, I don't think really it would pass the test of any report of this nature, and knowing the importance of roads in the county. So Mheshimiwa Mbevi has said something. We are now on the issue of, is the report, and I would have expected this even to have arisen, but I note it hadn't been read. So it has been read now. Members now know what is in it.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Point of order. Just a moment, Honorable Helen. Just, no, a moment, Honorable Helen. A point of order we can hear. If it's a point of order, then
Yes, Madam Speaker, I was saying, as I was contributing, I said this report is not complete. It cannot be complete without knowing the contractor, the sum, and even the contract conditions. Madam Speaker, we are just talking of a road being done. We don't know how much money went there. Was it paid? If it was paid, how far? It is not complete. What is the contractor? Who is the contractor? And what is what if completion time was 2 years and he has not completed? What is now the position that? So I was saying, Madam Speaker, this report is incomplete without those annexes, attachments. That's what I said, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
I hear you. So, Honorable Helen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Mine was also to repeat more or less what has been said, because if you are not a member of this committee, transport committee, and you are also not an active or elected member, it's very difficult for a nominated person to listen to the report and contribute. We need, I'm sure every committee is normally supposed to be given quarterly reports by the respective ministry or docket. This report should be based on those quarterly reports, so that, we are able to listen and be able to contribute. But in the absence of all that, then it's very difficult for us to participate. Thank you.
Now, members, what do you propose? Honorable Masesi was on his feet. Maybe we can hear him as we come to the other members. Then we will agree way forward. But
Yes, Madam Speaker, as I was saying that we have been on these projects for long. And we need some, I think we need to summon the department as the committee of the whole house, Madam Speaker, because the department has delayed a lot. And we've been budgeting for these roads every year, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Speaker, my prayer is that you give us a date we summon and let the department be given what the house wants for them to give us as a whole house, Madam Speaker, so that we can get to the bottom of this matter, just one-on-one. Otherwise, Madam Speaker, the people there wonder what and which department we are doing good, because if you look at the transport infrastructure department, Madam Speaker, we are doing so badly. Up to date, Madam Speaker, still we don't have medicine within our facilities. Madam Speaker, with a budget of not less than 12 billion, and we have got nothing to show, Madam Speaker, that gives us an hard time, especially now, Madam Speaker, we are seeking for the second term, some of us. And Madam Speaker, when we were passing the budget, we agreed with the government that we were going to have 15 million projects within our wards. And on the side of transport, which is infrastructure, we gave 5.7 million, Madam Speaker.
for each ward?
For each ward. Whereby, Madam Speaker, the department said that 1.5 million is going to fueling, 1.2 million was going to culverts, and 3 million was going to do a project just within the ward. The 3 million, some wards have been affected, but the 1.2 million for the culverts, Madam Speaker, we had an advert, but the contractor was not given the works. So, Madam Speaker, we still again need to demand and know the position of those funds which we budgeted for during the budget time, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Minority Leader.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I'm Alex Kamito, MCA Talaward and leader of minority in this house. Madam Speaker, I want to comment on the information that we have heard from the honorable members, and they are relating. We are talking almost on the same line, in a sense that we are not repeating, but Madam Speaker, to me, what I would like to say is, although we are transiting almost ending our term, but Madam Speaker, looking at this report that we've been given by the Transport Committee, one, they are informing us that there are some confusion because they are not defining the roads that belongs to the county. We are not very clear roads that belong to Kera, roads that are defined for Kura. So in that confusion, Madam Speaker, that's where you are hearing most of the members who have spoken. Even there is also confusion in regards to payments, in regard to knowing who is the contractor, who is responsible for this road. And a good example, Madam Speaker, a good example. If you go to Makueni, Madam Speaker, we have got our fellow brothers who are in Makueni. Roads that belong to the counties, in fact, they are well done. Because, one, the project management committees have been empowered. They have been empowered. That is, if there is any advertisement in regard to the county roads, one thing, they cannot start that road until the contractor, the people who belong to that area, that is the project management committee sit down and then agree on the situational analysis on each road. How much, I mean, who is the contractor? How much is the contractor being paid? And after the completion of that road, Madam Speaker, what they normally do, the contractor is not delayed. Because after the completion is exactly paid, the work done, and there are no pending bills. So, Madam Speaker, you can see here, there's a lot of confusion because you cannot know who has been paid what. Totally, Madam Speaker, on a frank note, you cannot know now the pending bills that we have in regard to the road department itself. Even forget about the Minister of Health, forget about the Minister of ECDs. So, Madam Speaker, my humble contribution would be, although it's not very late, if we can borrow a leaf of what Makwen are doing in regards to roads projects, and we define what belongs to Kura, what belongs to Kera, and what belongs to the county government roads. By that, we'll be having no problems in regard to the payments. We would have no problem in regarding to knowing who are the contractors and the like. So, Madam Speaker, my humble, I don't know, and I'd even approached the Secretariat. If you can look for a bill in regard to roads, so that it will be a guideline to us. Even if we will not be in this assembly, the incoming assembly will be able to sit down and see exactly in regard to when there are road projects, the way they are supposed to be done, and perfectly we shall come up with a solution, because we must have a solution. We must have a way forward, because it's a big problem, Madam Speaker. It's a big problem in regard to any infrastructures being carried out. Otherwise, I sit down and say, let's look forward for the best course of action that we can take. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
So, members, Mheshimiwa Mitaa, what just if you can allow, what I'm getting is that the report lacks quite critical information. What is your point, Honorable Chief Whip?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we had invited the Chief Officer.
You also sit in the committee?
No, I'm not a member, but last week, while you were away, Honorable Speaker, this House resolved to have a committee of full House with the Chief Officer
Roads.
and roads, and it's supposed to be on Monday, 28th, Honorable Speaker. And my humble plea is that this report is also involved in our deliberations with the Chief Officer on Monday, and a communication made to him to avail all that information which is missing. Because, Honorable Speaker, whatever is rotating in this House, I raised it in 2019, Honorable Speaker. I actually sought a statement. Unfortunately, that statement was not well received by the exam. All methods were applied to have that report not see the light of this House. Indeed, Honorable Speaker, the chairman informed this House that he was very frustrated to get the information I sought, Honorable Speaker. And I guess the main reason was to buy time from the other side so that we may exit without getting the information. In the request also, Honorable Speaker, I'd actually sought what Honorable Kamitu is raising. We need to have those committees on the ground, Honorable Speaker. Honorable members might have faced what I faced one time. These projects which are being done in our wards, Honorable Speaker, the CDF have committees, but our projects don't have those committees, Honorable Speaker. And in fact, it becomes a problem because the community demands that we establish a committee, and the contractors are not willing to pay those committees wherever we try to establish some. And it ends up being now, the cost ends up being transferred to the area MCA. It's something I faced in my ward, Honorable Speaker. And you find in the BQ, there is cost for those committees. So my query was, in 2019, why do we have some funds set for committees in the BQs, and yet there is no law in this county which gives mandate before any project, public participation is done. Now we have some roads which are being made in some wards. Honorable Speaker, honorable members are being called to go and do public participation. When you go and do that public participation, you are supposed to identify a committee which will be in charge in that project from onset to the end, Honorable Speaker. But what we do, we just go, we introduce the contractor whom we don't even know, we leave him at the site or high at the site, and that's the end of our mandate, Honorable Speaker. So, and we'll be able now to unearth more, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Especially on the contribution done by the Chief Whip that we included on Monday issues. Madam Speaker.
Point of information,
Yeah.
Honorable Kamulu, please sit down briefly.
I humbly wish to inform Honorable Kamulu that whatever we'll have that day is not the committee sitting.
Is to give the committee ample time to be thorough on all the issues which actually have been mentioned. We are requesting, and the contribution, actually, Madam Speaker, between Kera, my independent view is that we give the committee more time so that they can go and dig more on nothing wrong with the committee digging further so that we can have a lot of satisfaction. And if they don't provide what is requested, Madam Speaker, I know the law. There is what...
Speaking of the intervention of the General Oversight Committee. And it's always been there. So one wouldn't know what happens in the committees unless the matter is brought as a request that this matter goes to the General Oversight Committee. And you remember when we were setting it up, the guidance was that I learned from other counties that if it's the CEC and the chief officer, it is the same issues that really are in the same report here. The better way is just to continue with the General Oversight Committee of the General Oversight Committee.